So what we're going to be doing now is the kettlebell Turkish get up. So what Neris is going to have to do is come down onto the floor, lie down on his back, and what he's going to do is going to have whatever arm he's going to hold onto the kettlebell with, that leg is going to be up. So his foot is going to be towards his bum on the floor. He's kind of pushing that foot into the floor to help him be a bit more stable. This other leg kind of comes out to the side a little bit, so kind of opening up his hips a little bit. But he's going to have to roll over. So with this hand, he's going to grab the kettlebell and then roll over slightly, use his other hand to help support him get up the kettlebell and then to press up into the ceiling. Now, with this other hand, he's kind of got it out at an angle, so it's not right down by his side, it's not right out by his side of his shoulder, so it's kind of halfway between his body and his shoulder from here. So what we're going to think about doing is with this leg here, he's kind of pulling that leg down into the ground. And then with this hand, he's also pulling it into the ground, but not sort of straight down into the ground. It's kind of going kind of out in whilst he's pushing down into the ground. So from this position, he's going to think about always pressing the kettlebell up really, really high towards the ceiling. Now, simultaneously, he's going to be lifting that shoulder off of the floor whilst then trying to come up onto his forearm here. See how he's like really trying to reach for the skies over here. Now his whole upper body torso is pretty much off the floor from this position. Now, the next stage he's going to do is with his hand, he's going to try and come into a straight arm position. That's it. So now this arm is now completely straight and it's come a little bit further behind him, his torso. The next thing is with his hips. So he's going to lift his hips off the floor and then this leg is going to kind of go behind him over here. Still trying to reach towards the ceiling. Now with this foot, he's going to kind of turn backwards more to this side as he's going to come up, similarly to a windmill exercise. So he's got one leg now in front of him, one leg's now back, and he's just going to stand up into this finishing position. But now we're going to reverse it and come back down to the floor. So he's kind of going to go into a reverse lunge to get back into that sort of windmill shape. And then he's going to turn the foot back in onto this side. He's going to drop his hand down behind his torso, not directly down to the side. And then he's going to try and get this leg again to come back into that position, hips still off the floor. Then his hips come down back onto the floor after that. He's still reaching up to the ceiling. He goes from that straight arm position now dropped onto his elbow from here. And now from this position, he's going to sort of roll back, with having his upper body back onto the floor, his arms back in this position here. So that's the end. So now we just get the kettlebell down onto the floor, and that's the Turkish get up.